Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, new racket from Nordicdots. I saw it literally online last week, and it's now here. Stay tuned. Is this on?
Harry, what are we doing here?
Oh, hey bud. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I'm just setting up my SwingVision over here so that during our hitting session, we can, see how bad I'm doing today.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
But you won't be doing bad, Harry.
No.
You'll be moving your feet watching the ball.
This is why I love you, buddy. All right, guys. I saw that Nordicdots came out with a new racket about a week and a half ago, and I cannot believe it's already here. Now, I didn't ask for it. It just came. Nordicdots and I just kind of have that telepathic racket vibe wave. So I literally just ripped it out of the box, and I wanted to show you something actually. Recycled plastic, but quality recycled and recyclable plastic. They are a sustainable clothing company too, right? Made out of recycled materials. Sustainable. Check out the quilted reusable cover. Quilted. And who don't like a white bag? Huh? There it is. The 98S. So I feel like Nordicdots and I kind of are on the same wavelength, because the first placards they make, they didn't drill holes in the middle, but they sent like a separate stencil. I was like, in my mind, I was like, why not just make the stencil on the placard? Ta-da! I didn't even tell them. They just did it. So you can use this as a stencil if you want to put the 2 dots on your racket, which I will probably be doing. All right, guys, let's talk about the racket though. This is the 98S. 98 square inches, open string pattern on a 1619. All right, so the good thing about Nordicdots is they tell you exactly what your racket that you're getting is spec'd out at. So this particular one is 305.1, just like that. 319 and 290. You see all that. So you know exactly what you're gonna get. And if you wanted them spec'd out, 3 of them, 4 of them, identical, they'll do it for you before they ship it out and tell you exactly what they are. So it takes the customization out of the game. All right, so looking at the racket, kind of a grayish silver, slightly wider beam it looks like. Man, I'm actually really excited to try this. Let's get this strung up and get playing. Stay tuned. Hey guys, looking for a stringer? Is it tough to find a stringer near where you are? Didn't I tell you about Direct Tennis? I've been telling you guys about it for like years now. Check out directtennis.online. Find a stringer near you that's convenient and easy for you to drop off and pick up, or they can come directly to you. Now, the new from Direct Tennis is their Pro Shop. You can get their latest and greatest equipment now, like the new Clash, the new Pure Drive, the new Whiteout version 2, all from directtennis.online. Get it strung and delivered directly to you. Check them out at directtennis.online and get your tennis directly to you. All right, so we just got off the court, 98S, 1619 pattern. Kira, what was your first reaction when you saw the racket before hitting it?
I mean, it's really pretty. It's also not matte either.
It's
like
gloss.
a nice glossy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that definitely added to it. I definitely like the silver color.
Yes,
So.
kind of a darkish gray, kind of like a Bentley.
I was gonna say, it matches my car, actually.
Oh, there you go.
So.
There you go. Not Tesla.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did the racket play though?
This one I felt was, I mean, I liked the racket. It was nice. It didn't necessarily have like too much power or too much spin or anything. Like, I felt like
Great all around, huh?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It was just really controlled, knew where my balls were going. Yeah, I wasn't expecting too much spin or too much power. I could put, a little bit more into it, to get it to go a little bit further, but, just kind of a steady racket overall.
How was the sound when it struck?
Yeah, that was interesting, actually. I think we both kind of were like, this sounds a little funny. But I don't know if that was, partially because I don't have a dampener or, the racket was also just...
It was like a hammering sound. When I was standing over here, when
Yeah.
you both connected on these, it was like a hammer on an anvil, like ping, ping, which I was like, oh, wow. So, I mean, I like the hammering noise. So, but, for somebody who uses a dampener, maybe not. But Coach Jerod, what'd you think?
Yeah, so the only Nordicdots racket that we ever tried was their 100 line.
Yep.
That was a pretty good all-around racket. Oddly enough, the 98S I feel like has way more pop than both of those sticks. And it's just crazy to me because usually when you add 2 square inches to a racket, that usually means more power.
You take 2 square inches off.
Yeah, but this one is just weird that is...
Oh, you're talking the other way.
Yeah, so usually when you have 100, it's supposed to be more powerful than 98, but
Right.
usually, the 98 is more control-oriented. This thing had so much more pop than the 100. And
Right.
at the same time, I'm also surprised that it's actually a box beam stick, mainly because it wasn't as flexible as most box beam frames, in my opinion.
Yep.
So as Kira was mentioning, the sound off the racket was huge. It sounded like you were just hitting big. I will say there was an adjustment period for me in the beginning because the racket's a little bit head light, in my opinion. But as soon as I got the swing path down and let the racket do the work, I was cracking shots like crazy. Sweet spot's pretty defined. The string pattern is actually pretty wide for 98. And honestly, in my opinion, if I'm comparing this to any other 98 out there, I probably hit the biggest with this in stock form. As I was mentioning to Harry too, not only is it good in its stock form, it's also a very good customizable frame. Yeah. So if I needed to add lead tape, especially in this 98S version, I feel like I could definitely add weight at 3 and 9. If I wanted to, maybe add a little bit over at 12. But overall, I was super impressed with this stick, getting tons of pop, tons of plow. Again, the cosmetic, you can't go wrong. And as Harry said, yeah, the sound coming off this thing just makes it seem like you're hitting huge shots the entire time. So that was also fun too. But Nordicdots, good job with the 98S.
What are you talking about? We were hitting huge.
Yeah.
Like, ask the other court. They're like, what the hell are you doing? So, one quick thing, when I first saw this racket, I was like, this is a Prestige MP or a Prestige Pro or a Prestige. It has that kind of a shape. You were saying it looked kind of like a Yonex.
Yonex-ish, kind of ovalish kind of shape, which is interesting. Yeah.
So the first thing I thought was kind of like you. I figure it'd be more flexible, because of the shape for one. And then, Nordicdots isn't known for power or stiffness. They're known for good control rackets. A little over a year ago, I asked the manufacturers, just everybody out there, make a 98 that's stiff and powerful, because that's what I think the market, including myself, and you guys want. Because it looks like, we all want kind of a stiffer 9800, and I think this fits the bill. It is slightly over a 70 on that RA, and you can definitely feel that. The racket goes through fast. That was like, you were saying, you're putting a ton of spin on that ball. I was like, it's not me. It's just going through. And it's like when I pull it back and let it go, it's going doubly as fast as my normal swing. So it cuts through the air very, very well, therefore allowing me to impart more spin on the ball. But when you hammer it flat, it actually just, like you guys are just like right barely over the net and just like lasers at each other. So guys, 98 firmer racket, finally here. Gloss finish, finally here. Nordicdots, good job, guys. Any final words?
Guys, add this one to your rotation. As we keep saying, like, a lot of companies these days are just making rackets that you guys haven't heard of or a brand that you haven't heard of. Give these guys a shot. I mean, there's plenty of rackets out there. We're in the golden age of rackets, and I'm just thoroughly impressed with Nordicdots with this one.
Yeah. Kira, anything else to add?
I mean, overall, just, yeah, nice racket, steady, controlled. So give it a try.
Yeah. And Coach Jerod also said, damn, they keep getting better, meaning Nordicdots. So we started with the 99, 100, and the 98 is now what we feel like the best of all. So guys, give it a shot. It's going to come from Sweden. Guys, thank you for doing this play test with me. Where can we find you?
You guys find me on Instagram at ModTennis.
You can find our joint Instagram at KJ Tennis.
All right. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.